Hello Aquarius and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading from the 3rd of October going through to the 9th of October. We're going to be reading things a little bit differently today. We're going to do the traditional sort of Astroflower reading, but then we're going to be moving on to clarifying the cards using this. That's right, the sun. Okay, so we're going to start now bringing in those sort of energies that the sun reflects upon the earth, and the earth then reflects upon us, changing our chakra and our aura system and changing our energies basically. So it's going to see how it influences the cards coming out of this reading. So we're going to be clarifying the cards with the sun's energy, and as you can see what went through there's coronal holes, earth energy, and there's filament energies that's been coming through. That may change during the week, so this is why it's good to keep a heads up on that on Cymatic TV. So you can see how it influences your weekly reading. You might want to come back to your weekly reading during the week. Okay, so let's just get straight in here and see what the overall energy is going on for you. You have to generate your own energy at the moment. Once you generate it, it's almost like a chimney. I don't know if you know how a chimney works, a metal chimney. So basically, the moment you put the fire on, sometimes it's difficult to get the smoke going up the chimney. But once you get the chimney sort of heated up a bit, it's going to draw that smoke up all by itself. And it's like as if like you need to be the instigator, and the vibrations will do the rest. Once you instigate things, the vibrations will do the rest. Yeah, so it's moving on from looking at what your readings have been over the last sort of like 2 or 3 weeks, over the last month or so. It's definitely moving on from an old way of being and an old way of doing things into a new way. And this is obviously the energy has to come from you to move from that one place to another. Yes, that could be physical, but also it is an emotional sort of thing, because that's the overall energy. There's a change in vibration, a real taking the good from the past and leaving the bad where it was, as it were. Okay, let's just see what's going on your karmic message for your relationship side. Yeah, playing smart in a way. You seem to be building a lot of interest around you, as it were. You seem to be a very solicited person, as it were. And that's you don't want to get pulled from pillar to post this week. It seems like you want to sort of define or refine the sort of interactions you have with other people around you. Everybody's had that card, so don't worry about it. I think it's a case here of not really moving much. I don't think it's here a case of provoking things. Allow things to come to you. That's what it seems like here. And you don't really need to move far. As I said, I think you're going to be very solicited by people that are around you. And your time is precious like everybody's. And maybe it's just not a good idea to try and cover all the bases. Just cover the ones that you know you can really cover, or cover the ones that you want to cover with the people that you want to do it with, So let's see how the universe is influencing this. Relationships, how you connect with all the relationships. This could be family, friends, community, lovers, partners, that sort of thing. There's a definite wall building up here. It's almost as if like, because you're not moving, the universe is building up a lot of pressure, and it's not ready to release it this week, but it's building a lot of opportunity around you. Yeah, I think they're reiterating, they're helping you, they're holding things back so you can actually just concentrate on those relationships that you deem to be worthy, You can't save the world, but you certainly can sort of be part of saving the world. And it's choosing how you be part of it. Let's just see how your guides are playing into this. They've got this wall. There's a lot of protection going on from you actually at the moment. Maybe because that's it does die down when at this stage, but that could be that sort of fixed water that you have at the base there, going through you, which is all part of you. But the guides here seem to be protecting you as well. They also recognize the fact that you have got to produce a lot of energy, that initial energy, that spurt of that igniting of that energy. They realize that you've got to do that, so therefore you need space and time and a little bit of you wouldn't believe the number of people who've had that in that position. It's just unbelievable how the cards are just playing into it. It's what they're doing is they're almost like keeping people out. That's what it feels like to me. This is what the competition may be all about. They're keeping things out so you can actually concentrate on being the best person, the best example that you can be to the people who really do matter to you. Let's just see what's going on here. Here is a transition. This is funneling it into your here and now. So they're sort of saying, don't worry about it. So if people are putting a lot of pressure on you and they can't take no for an answer, I think your guides here, I think the conversation is to sort of kind of, oh, don't worry about it. You know, don't smash your head up about it by the sounds of it. You know, I just want to check that's going the right way. The Fool. So it's a bit of a leap of faith, maybe, possibly. I don't think so. I think you're very sure about who you are and what you want. Usually Aquarius, and if that is the case, then yeah, I just let the people who, you know, who only want to sort of like create problems just fade away. Yeah, they're keeping you focused. I think they're streamlining, as I say, into your here and now, and they're keeping you focused on the goal, I think, this week. And this is this whole not moving factor of keeping an eye on the thing. It's starting something new. It's a victory. It's new possibilities that are coming through for you. Clear thinking, great ideas, a defined pathway. Well, there's two actually defined pathways, which comes up with the universe as well. So it's really redefining your relationships that you're having with other people around you this week. Let's just see how it goes on with the karmic message for the your jobs, your business, and your projects. There seems to be a little bit more constant on this side, to be honest. Yeah, a little bit more sort of constant, a little bit more sort of give. It's almost within your range of your energies. Here is asking you to sort of get out of your zone, but here on this energy side, sort of saying that, you know, the karmic messages is you have this, you can do this, Aquarius. No worries, you can do this. Yeah, it is nurturing that future. It is having that constant within you emotionally as regards to how you do your business and your job and stuff like that. So that's the message for this week. Let's just see how the universe is sort of like guiding you. Here they're feeding into this. They're irrigating those seeds that you're looking after, those projects of the future, and they're not allowing them to get swamped away. But there is a lot of pressure building up behind you. So it seems like then the next week or so, there's going to be a release of both of those energies on both sides. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a changing card, like a four of wands up the top there, or even like a Wheel of Fortune and stuff like that. Very emotional by the seams of it. But they're really helping you here, the universe, giving you fresh ideas, allowing you to jot down those ideas, making those ideas a little bit more concrete within your life rather than just flitting ideas to float across. It helps you transition from one side to another. So it helps you to go from not having a job to having a job, or getting a promotion, or evolving your business from one stage to the next stage. That's how the universe is really trying to nurture, or if anything, more sort of irrigate those sort of seeds. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence your karmic message. They're almost saying, tell me what you need, what you want. So this is a moment of manifestation. How you can do that through your meditation, because this is the super subconscious we're talking about, through coincidences that you create. And I think this is about the initiation of that vibration that I was talking about earlier on, of igniting the fuse, as it were. That's a bit of a tower moment, is it? Well, you've got that space, I think. I think this is where I said, like, the guides are sort of turning around to you and sort of saying, what do you want? It's almost going to feel like a very strange moment that you've got this control to sort of, let's take this out and let's put this in. And tower moments can be really good things. They can be clearing a lot of space. And that's what it feels like to me, where the guides are sort of stepping out the way and saying, you've got this. What can I do for you? And that's a real change in roles. Rather than them guiding you, they're almost being your servitude, which is very good, but it's not going to always be like that. They're more on the periphery, looking out for those opportunities and trying to help you in that sense. But here they're really sort of saying, what can I do for you? Let's just see what's going on in the conversation that is within you. I think this is to do with timing here. So basically, I would keep a tight ship in your work at the moment. Be on time. Make sure make sure you've got your appointments booked in and everything. Just crossing and double crossing, just because it's going to make you out to, as like, if you're a boss and you're running your business, like, you're in total control, and it's going to build a lot of respect from the people that you work for you or with you in the job. And this new economy that's coming out is all to do with that respect. And maybe that is that moment there as a realization. Happiness after difficulty. So that could be that difficult thing of sort of saying, what do I want? And you can't just turn around and sort of say, I want $1 million, because it just doesn't work like that. It's much more subtle than that. I could do with this to do this plan, so I can get $1 million. And here they're encouraging you to enjoy your status in the way that you've got a well-oiled machine, and it's going to bring in a lot of satisfaction for you, I think, across the board. And this is where this change seems to be coming into place that I was telling you about earlier on. Let's just see what's going on in the fourth week. There is only one path, the evident path. And once you start working it and walking that path, it becomes a lot easier to go, a lot faster. And I think this is what's going to be happening for you. At the end of the week, you can realize you've freed yourself up, you've nurtured your situation, you're developing your plans for the coming future, and you can almost see those fruits starting to appear mainly on that tree that you've been nurturing. And you can really get excited about the future. So in the here and now, as I said, it's funneling into that here and now. And I think you're going to enjoy next week of being very productive, very much in the here and now. It's going to be very buzzy, zippy energy. It's like the end of the summer for you. So it's going to be, it's putting a lot of things in place. So then you've got a lovely autumn in front of you. Really nice reading, actually. It seems to be for a lot of people work this week. Setting things up, basically, for this change that's coming through. Right, now let's get back to clarification according to the sun. So let's bring in the sun here. And you can see on the sun, you've got the big coronal holes, those are black sort of clouds on the surface of the sun. That releases earth energy that goes, oh. And the thing is with you, Aquarius, is you don't have a lot of earth energy. You have that cardinal earth energy, which is lent to you by, is part of Capricorn, the sign that is just next to you. So it's actually trying to make you, it's bringing it into your here and now in a very productive way. So this card, I think, here is going to be important. And I believe these two cards here are going to be very important as well. Almost because that's where you're going to be, that's when you're going to be doing a lot of your work, basically. There's going to be a lot of emotions at the base. So here it's your calm waters of your emotions that's going to be the instigator or the igniter of the things. And then you've got the cardinal water coming up through here, which is that sort of being your best and seeing that plan going forward. And that's going to drive those emotions up through you. You do have quite a bit of fire. There's that cardinal fire coming up here, which comes from Aries. And you do have that mutable fire on that side as well, with a fixed fire here. And that's going to be, at the moment, from what the sun has been putting out, is going to be lacklustered. And this is where you're going to need that igniting of those energies. You're going to have to bring it out of you. And if you see at the base here, you've got the cardinal fire coming up through here and the mutable air, which gives us that sort of, there's not air energies going on here, but there is on this side, but there's no air on this one, and it's mainly on this one. So it is nurturing those sort of plans, giving the tree its oxygen to grow, basically, to grow physically. And this is where you've got to ignite those mental capacities, which we can see here being lent to you on the Page of Swords by the universe. And that's that fixed air that's coming into you and helping you to nourish and progress going forward. I think this Tower moment is just a realization from within you, simply because you've got fire and air going through there. So that's making that whole a little bit and allowing the energy to come in to hit that water and allow this to be a lot more sort of productive. And I can understand the position of your guides on that. So there you go. The most important cards, I think, for you are these three cards here in the here and now. Enjoy yourself and be very much part of it. If the sun does start kicking off, this could make this Tower moment, and I would say this card here, a little bit more tricky to deal with, okay, because they are tricky cards. So yeah, but there you go, Aquarius. They've got lots of links in the description below. Links to our sister channel and Instagram and stuff like that. If you've got this far, I do appreciate it. Would like you to subscribe and click that bell. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithms. And also you can share this across all platforms, like, and even comment on this place. Okay, so it's beautiful to have you here. The last thing for me to say is, obviously, don't forget, Aquarius, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.